Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Time Pirates. We are a little later than usual, but that's okay because we're still gonna do our 30-minute sprints. It's raining here this morning, but so that means there's no road work. We did discover that the road work basically stops. There's like an intersection up here. And they've stopped at the intersection. So they have to do the whole rest of the road at a later time. Let's see who all is here. I also have it pulled up on YouTube. I don't see any comments on my end, but if you guys commented before I started, it's not going to show up. So on YouTube, from what I can see, Swank is here. Good morning. Howdy, everybody. Happy Nutella Day. Happy Chocolate Fondue Day. And happy Shower with a Friend Day. We have a happy shower with a friend day. That's a thing. And Lindsay says, hi, guys. I just had a shower by myself. I imagine that's in to Swank's comment. I do have the cat already pulled up. And the first thing I'm going to do when we go into our first sprint is, of course, get my breakfast. And I need to pull up my documents. Let's see. Let me see if I can find our... We definitely want that one. It seems like I have to change the color every time. I wish there was just like a set it and forget it type thing. We'll do that. Hopefully we don't have any issues today. Andy is here. Hello, hello. Stopping by to say hi, Alicia and friends. Thank you, thank you. Ren is here. Hello, hello, everyone. Awesome, awesome. Ren is planning on washing some dishes in the first sprint. Not sure if I'll read after or just watch something. Fair enough. Can get all of the important stuff done and then read in the second and third sprint. I don't know how much you have. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know how much you have to get done. I may, no, I need to do writing first. I was going to say, I may do reading the rest of the pages I need to for Raven Scholar, but that's not many, so I will read that after sprints. Because I got a pretty good chunk done. I was impressed. But we seem to be, if it's 100 pages, we seem to be about 30 pages left after the sprints, which is okay. And we only have one more sprinting session with the Raven Scholar before we do a discussion. So I'm excited. Ren says, but if I read, it'll probably be Broken Fae. How big is that book? Because I know a lot of the Zodiac Academies are huge. Is that kind of the same with Broken Fae? Lindsay says, I don't think I read all the section of RS. I'm at start of 63. Then you were right on schedule, my friend, because we went from 48, chapter 48, and we are going to the end of 63. So next week we will basically finish out the book. It'll be 64 to the end for next week. So you're right on schedule. If you're at the start of chapter 63, then you read that and you're caught up. I have to do the same. I'm at page 501 and I have to get to 533. So you're right on schedule. And yeah, Broken Fate is around 500 pages. Ooh, we love a chunky book though, right? That is a big book. We love big books though. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep yawning. Okay. I don't see anything else coming in on the chat. I don't see any other comments. So I'm going to go ahead and put us into our first sprint. And I will get my breakfast and do some writing. So here is the first sprint, and I will see everyone back in 30 minutes. And that is our first sprint. How did everybody do? I had breakfast and I wrote 320 words, and I saw that they were using the street sweeper outside, so they might have a delayed start, which means they're going to be doing all the noise in front of my house today. But I've only heard the street sweepers, so I don't know if they will continue. We'll see. But yeah, 320 words. Not a bad start. And I ate breakfast, so I'm good to go. I did not have any stuffed hash brown today, though. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich type thing. Still from Jimmy Dean, but excuse me. I don't know where that came from. All right. So, how did everybody do? Let's find where we left off in the comments. Here we go. We were talking about Ren reading The Broken Fae, and she said it was around 500 pages. Lindsay read one chapter of Raven Scholar and started her journal page for it. Ooh, nice. That's one thing I need to do. Let me see if I can pull it out. I have my reading journal, and I have pages marked for I need to have my husband print out, but I have pages, so if I were to do it the way I'm thinking, there's going to be a column. There's going to be 2 of them per page. So this would be 4 book reviews. So, and then I'll have like the book cover, the book's information, and then a few thoughts about it. So I need to do that for January because I have not. I've set it up. So, and actually, I think I only read 8 books in January. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could potentially do a whole page for each book. Do I need to do that much? Probably not. Decoration wise, I probably could. But I don't know. We'll see, because I don't want to do a whole page for a review unless it's like a 5-star read, you know? So if I do the smaller ones, I'll have to see what I can put on the extra pages if they're not used for the reviews. Swank says, my brain is constipated today. Can't write, waiting for coffee to kick in. I know that feeling. Maybe what I do sometimes is I will have my novel document open, or whatever you're trying to write open, and then I'll have a separate document where I just do a lot of rambling. And basically what that means is that I'm just typing whatever comes to mind. So it may not necessarily be anything novel or like writing project related. I will just spit out, like, if I need to write a to-do list, or if I have a lot of things on my mind that I'm like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do this and this is coming up, I write all of that. It doesn't matter if I have put it in a planner and I already know the information. The fact that I'm still thinking about it doesn't help my writing process. So I will do what I call ramblings, and that is me just emptying the information out of my brain so that I can then turn and focus on the writing itself. So maybe try something like that. Maybe that'll help. It helps me. Maybe it'll help you. I don't know. I wish Kelly was here because then she could also give some input. Um, but she will be back on Monday, and she can tell us all about uh, the fun that she had. Swank says, I'm trying to do morning pages. Is this for the Artist Way book? Is that what you're doing? I remember somebody else was doing it too. Is it really hard to do those? Because I was thinking about doing it too. But is there like a prompt that you have to follow for these morning pages? Or is it just a writing thing? Like you just write about the day or something? Let me know. It is for the Artist Way. I will have to see if I can find a copy of that book and read it. It sounds interesting. That would I wonder if I would come out the same. Like would I have issues doing the morning pages or would I be okay doing them? And this is something you do every day during like while you're reading it? I wonder if my library has a copy. Maybe I can check it out. It's just supposed to be a brain dump type thing. Okay. So basically the ramblings like I'm doing. But you're probably having to structure it more, aren't you? Because I'm thinking brain dump. You're probably brain dumping anything that is having to be done for that day or in the near future. It's exactly just like you explained. Okay, I got you. So it is somewhat structured. Oh, that's interesting. And your brain is just like, nope, I'm not doing it today. I'm not awake yet. Yeah, maybe take some time and just sit and have what's Christina call it? Christina calls it coffee in contemplation. Just sit and drink your coffee and think about the day and the day ahead. And then maybe you can brain dump. I like the idea of coffee and contemplation. All right. I don't see any other comments. Let me check and make sure I'm not missing anything from the YouTube side of things. It doesn't look like it. So let's go into our next sprint. 30 minutes on the clock. The cat says, no, we don't. All right, second sprint. And I will see everyone back in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. How did everyone do on our second sprint? I was able to get, let's see. Oop. I got 137 words before I switched, and I was looking at my reading journal because there's a couple of things that I need to work on, and I wanted to make note of it. So I did that. And I did get more coffee. So let's see what you guys got up to. We are right on schedule today. Here we go. We left off here. This was in our last comment. We were talking about Swank is doing the morning pages for the Artist's Way. And so I was trying to figure out exactly, like, is it prompted? Is it just kind of like a brain dump session? That kind of thing. And she was saying that it was exactly like I explained. And then she said coffee and contemplation to avoid constipation. That I got a chuckle. Definitely laughed at that. And then Vanessa came in. Hello, hello. And Flo came in. Good morning. I couldn't remember your name, so I asked later in the comments. So thank you for reminding me of your name. I made a note of it in my notebook. I can't tell you that I probably did not do the little symbols justice, but I tried my best to like replicate them on paper so that I could put you in my notebook. Because I have a notebook of everybody's like usernames, so I know who's who. Good morning, Jean. Jean is here. Good morning, Alicia and everyone. Vanessa says hi to Jean. And I was saying good morning to Jean and Flo. Vanessa says hi to Flo. Flo says hello. I said nice to meet you because I don't think you've been on my channel before. I've seen you around BookTube. I just don't think you've been here before. So welcome. Hi. Welcome in. And I said hello to Vanessa. Vanessa said hi. Hey, Alicia. How's the stream going? So far, so good. We were on our second sprint when you guys came in. So, and Molly says, wowzers, I slept and slept some more. Your body is telling you that you're tired. Do all of the restful things. Huzzah! I was slow getting out of bed this morning. I know the feeling. I did not want to get out of bed because it was a little cold this morning and it's kind of rainy here. I don't know if they're actually still doing road work. I saw the street sweeper guy come by, but I have not heard anything since. And I don't see traffic cones outside. So I don't know if they're actually going to do any work today because it is kind of rainy. So I imagine not, but you never can tell. These people, they work in strange, inclement weather. I read that one. Why did it show it to me again? And that one. They must have jumped. Molly says, hi, everyone. We've been working too hard, Vanessa. I agree. We're getting all the things done this morning. Yep. Hey, Molly, how are you doing today? Feeling a little bit better than yesterday? We hope so. Vanessa, I haven't gotten anything done yet, though I did start the first batch of oat milk, so I at least started something. That's nice. And yes, you have started it, so you have started the day. I couldn't begin to tell you how to make oat milk. I've never tried. Laura is here. Hello, hello. All of the hellos from Vanessa and Molly. Ren got dishes done and made it to 22% in Broken Fae. Nice. Hello, Ren, or Hey, Ren from Vanessa. And Lindsay said, I got a delivery of stickers, so got very distracted. Ooh, I would get distracted too if I got stickers. I need to go through the new washi tapes that I got. And two of them, I think I showed you guys earlier this week, two of them were freebies. I knew one was going to be, but then they sent another one, and I went to go look for it on the website and it wasn't there. So I don't know if it's a new one that hasn't come out yet and this is like a preview, or if this is a very old one and they were just like, here, get rid of it. I don't know, but I'm grateful. I'll use it. Vanessa says to Lindsay, ooh, fun. What sort of stickers? Yeah, let us know. Molly says, I do feel better today, Vanessa. Thank you. Molly, yes, Lindsay, we want details. We love details about stickers around here. I can tell you, this one is very nice. I've been using this one in my journal. This is from the washi tape store, but it's I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's a very faint floral. And it's not doing it justice. How can I make it so you can see it? Maybe if I go like this. Will that help? There you go. You can kind of see it. But it's a very like pastel whites and pinks, and when you put it on paper, you can see if there's lines, you can see it. Let me see if I can, I think I have a page in here. It's very faint against the paper. There you go. But and you might be able to see, but there's like, you can see the lines through the sticker, but it's very cute, and it does have little birds. So it's like birds and florals. Just something to decorate the page with is what I'd use it for. I need to do some journaling today. But Vanessa says, I'm considering ordering some liberal rocks. I just found the website yesterday. I don't know what that means. Like the political, like liberal, and then they're on rocks? Elaborate, please. Sounds interesting. Vanessa to Molly. Yay, I'm glad you're feeling better. We love when everyone is at 100% and feeling their best. Molly says, thanks. Molly Dot is here. Hello, all. Hello, hello. Vanessa says, I also have a note with people's names from stream. I do that too. I have a lot of notebooks. Just so you guys know, if you're new here and you don't know much about me, I have a notebook for everything. And this one is kind of like my reading list notebook, but I also keep track of everyone's names and usernames. So as I find you guys on YouTube, and as people are introduced, then we add everybody to the list. So for anybody who is new, we add you to the list so that when we come across you in different streams and things, then we can say, oh, I know who that is. Or do I remember that person's name? No, let me look it up. And then we go, hi, we remember you. Because there are a lot of us, and I would forget everyone's name if I did not write it down at least once. So we just make a list and we keep track. Ren says, hey to Vanessa. Flo is got a smiley face. Vanessa says, hi, Molly Dot. 2 Mollys? Oh, man. Yes, and there is another Vanessa. Read with Dr. B. She is also a Vanessa. So we have 2 Vanessas. There's at least 3 Jens that I know of because there's Pages in Chaos, there's Pacing Through the Pages, and there's a third one. Let me see if I wrote it down. So far I've only ever met one Alicia with my spelling. There's Pages in Chaos. I have to change that because the Bookish Boutique NC, that was Jen, but that's now Pacing Through the Pages. And then I think there was another one. I know there is, but I may not have it written down. Nope, I may not have it written down. But I know that there's a third one. Molly says, yes, Vanessa, she and I are twins. Really? Or are you and Vanessa twins? Flo says, I'm glad you made the attempt. It would have been easier to type the Korean name. I would not know where to begin. I can show you on the, where is it on the paper? It probably won't, don't mind the other notes, but it's right here. I tried to write it down, and that's probably how it's going to go in my notebook, but that way I know and I won't forget. What would the Korean name look like? Let me know. Lindsay says journaling stickers from Duckley Studios on Etsy. My first order with them, and from Planner Face, who I love. Ooh, we're always looking for good journaling stickers. I always find the best ones. There's some that I like, and I'm going, can I get those? Because sometimes they'll cost more in shipping than the actual sticker, because there's a lot of them that I like, but they're in the UK. And I'm like, well, how much would I have to order for it to make sense? You know what I mean? Whereas here in the US, I can find ones like Peanut Butter Taco or Planner Kate or I think it's Perky's Papery. Those 3 are my 3 main for here. That and Plan to Plan. Those 4 are like the ones that I get because they're like close by. But there are so many stickers out there that I would buy them all if I had the money. Vanessa to Lindsay, super fun. Molly, also on Etsy. Yes. Vanessa, I have gotten completely out of the habit of decorating my planner pages. I have so much washi tape. Yes, that has become my problem as well. I've started actually using them in my notebooks, not just my journals. I'll give you an example, because sometimes I'll do, like, you guys saw this one. There's a washi tape there. And that's just to kind of keep with the theming. But then most of my pages just get like a sticker or something. And I'm trying to find the other one where I used washi tape. But I've started branching out and using washi tape everywhere because I have so much of it. So I try to theme it. Like, I did washi tape and a sticker for when I did my breakdown of here's my Christmas funds and here's what I bought with it. I do all kinds of lists. Like, it's not just bookish list. I do it for budgeting. I do it for everything. And then I started doing stuff like this where it's one washi tape and then I put stickers over top of it for decoration. There's all kinds of stuff. Here's another one where I started putting together the February goals and February TBR pages to kind of go with the theme of my reading journal. So I will use it for everything. But I did say that I have to start using some of it up. I can't just keep buying it. I have to use it. Because sometimes it looks so pretty and I don't want to use it. Laura says, I'm working on my dark academia novel. Ooh. You're writing one? I was about to say, what's the title? But it sounds like you're writing one. Let us know, because that sounds fun. Vanessa, I just realized I forgot to put salt and honey in the oat milk. So I started it wrongly, but I still started it, so it counts. Can you just add it, or does that mess it up? Do you have to start over? Can you add it later? I have so many questions. Vanessa to Laura, I totally read that as Duck Academia, and I'm not sure if I'm more or less intrigued. That would be interesting. Duck Academia. Could you imagine all the little ducks going to school? But it was Dark Academia? Oh. There's ideas. Vanessa, have y'all seen the washi tapes that are like Bujo templates? I have not. Where would we find this? You're not talking about like the washi tape ones, because they do have a couple there, but it's not like Bujo templates. But they're stickers? Hold on. I need to know more about this. Molly says, you're a writer. Make it more. Vanessa, I feel like I'm hogging the convo now with all my posts. No way. No way. Shall I talk some more then? Clearly someone needs to, Molly. You're just easy to see because Alicia likes you best and made you blue. I mean, I could give Molly a wrench. Let's see. What's your excuse now? Vanessa, liberal rocks are just what they sound like, liberal sayings on rocks, especially for FOLX who are introverts. Oh, folks that are introverts but want to support causes. Gotcha. That's what I was thinking. I was picturing, like, you know how like people do painted rocks? I was thinking that, but with liberal things on it. Uh-huh. Vanessa to Molly, that's true. Nods. And don't you forget it. Here's the link if you want to check out the Liberal Rocks website. They also have ice warning whistles you can get for free if needed. What? That's crazy, but a good. Vanessa, I think I follow the other Vanessa, but she spells it differently. My mom is weird. I mean, do you know how many spellings there are for Alicia? Like, I spell mine with Alisha, but then there's the Alicia, but then I've also seen an Alishia, and I've also seen an Alesha. So, I mean, and then there's also the Elisha. There's so many spellings, it makes my brain hurt. But if you ever go and look for like the name keychains or cups or anything like that, you will never find Alisha. It is very rare. You always have the Alicia. It drives me nuts. Molly says, calling me Molly Dot makes things less confusing. Of course, YouTube had to confuse things further by showing my username instead of display name. I don't know why they've changed. I wish they would have kept it the other way. But alas, I don't know the inner workings of YouTube. Sorry, there was like something I saw out the back of my window, and there's like a bunch of birds that just landed in my backyard. Flo says, I know there is a Double N Jen. Yes. How did I forget about Double N Jen? But yes, there is a Double N Jen. Molly Dot says, hi, twin. And I've got to read some Duck Academia, right? I think that would be adorable, depending on how it was written, or, even if it was like Dark Academia, but with ducks. Maybe they're duck shifters. So many options. So many options. Vanessa to Molly Dot sounds really fun, right? Right? I agree. Flo says I meant actually writing the words, Korean name or Korean characters. Oh, I appreciate that you wrote out the Korean letters. Good job. Thanks. I would love to learn how to write in different languages. I can do Spanish, German, and obviously you can't write out sign language, but I can do it. Am I frequent in any of it? No. It's definitely a case of if you don't use it, you lose it. But awesome. I'm glad I was able to do it correctly. Vanessa says, yes, I can add it at the end of the oatmeal making. It just won't have gone through the heated process. We'll see how it affects the taste, if at all. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Vanessa says, hang on, I'll find a link for the washi tape. Ooh, okay. Molly got a wrench, the power of passive aggression. Now. Make sure you use it. Remember, having a wrench is a big responsibility. But you're welcome. Alicia, can you please put the journaling sticker companies you like in the chat so I can look at them, please? Sure. I will put the links in during the next sprint. That way I can go and find them and just paste them in there. There is the Bujo template stickers. Ooh, they're on Amazon. I will have to take a look. Not that I need to look at any other things. They've got stickers for your reading journal too, where you can do a star rating. Well, see, I just have a sticker that I place. There's like a little sticker that I put for star ratings. But I will look at those too. I never found my name on any of those pre-made keychain things either, Alicia, so I feel you. The only time I've ever had my name spelled correctly on anything was those tiny little metal license plate looking ones, and it says Alaska on it. So it's like an Alaska nameplate, but that was the only time I was ever able to find my name. And I still have that license plate thing to this day. Where is it exactly? I don't know. I'm going to find it and hang it on the wall somewhere. Molly, I have never found Molly and only rarely my legal name, Melissa, on those pre-spelled keychains either. Go to Universal because I have seen several. You could probably have at least 3 different, because I think I saw one in The Simpsons. I saw one in The Cat in the Hat, and the other one was possibly in Marvel Superhero Island. I'm trying to think of where, because I know they do a lot of those in Islands of Adventure, but there's a couple of them you might be able to find over in the studio side. So maybe like Men in Black, there's a machine you can always make your own little tag that has your name on it. So there is different locations where you can find them. Next time I go to Universal, I'll try to find him and take pictures. Molly, I just found my soulmate after following that link, Vanessa. Did you find stuff you liked, Molly? Molly Dot says, my only guess for the username change is that people were pretending to be other people. You can control your icon and display name, but only one person has each username. That's what I was thinking too. I was wondering if it was becoming too much of a hassle and we were starting to get like fake accounts and that type of thing. Molly Dot, those similar letters can still confuse things. That is true. Vanessa to Molly, you're welcome. I think you're right, Molly. Agreed. And Molly Dot says, I never found my legal name either. I was once given a mug that said Mum when my siblings got their names because the giver thought it said mine. Oh no. They do have a lot of those where it will say like mom or dad or anything like that. I usually have to find a blank one because they will sell blank ones, and then I just write my name in it, or I will use a label maker and create one. But I don't like to do that. I would rather just have it already on there. And they say you can have it personalized, but 9 times out of 10 they charge you for it. So I don't bother. One day. I keep them as I find them. So the license plate was probably the only one that I have. All right. I'm going to put us into our final sprint. So let me put up the banner because we're going to go into the final sprint. I'm going to star Molly Dot's comment so I don't forget. We're going to change this over because the cat is ready to go. And then we are going to go into the final sprint. Happy sprinting, and I will post links in the comments. All right. That was our last sprint. How did everyone do? I went and found the links so that you guys could see the Etsy stores that I was looking at. And I also typed 260 words that sprint. So I found the links. They'll all be in the comments. So you guys can go and check those out. Like I said, I really enjoy some of the shops, and I even put in one that I think is really cute. I've heard lots of good things about them, but I have not been able to order from them, but I want to. So next time I have to do like a stationary order, then I will probably order from them. And let's get through. Let's see where we left off in the comments. This was our last comment. We were talking about finding things on like keychains and stuff like that. And Molly Dot said she can never find hers either. Molly Dot says, I'm going to read either short stories from Fairy Tales for Lost Children or So Many Beginnings. Ooh, let us know which one you chose. Here's where I did the onslaught of links. So this is my favorite one out of all of them, the peanut butter taco. She is the one where I get my bookworm life planner from. So, and I, like I said, I think I've ordered this 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 years. I'm still trying to find one of mine. I think I'm missing my green cover one. But I have at least 4 others. So even if these were, even if I didn't have a green covered one, this is like my 5th time buying it. That's how much I love it. And I've changed them. Like each time I get one, it's a different setup. So they're similar, but I tweak little things that didn't work the year before. So peanut butter taco is definitely a good one. She's very rainbow colored, as you can see on the cover of this. This is going to be a huge factor in coloring for her stickers and things. And she did start doing like little reading goodies. So like she has her own TBR jar. There's vinyl stickers. She's also the one where I got the TBR scratch off cards. So if you're interested in something like that, that's there. All kinds of stuff. Then I posted the link for Planner Kate. She is one that I more or less use for either budget stickers or my everyday planner stickers, but she does also have some that are functional and decorative. So she's good to check out. Perky's Papery. This is the one that if you saw my setup flip through for my reading journal here, she's the one that has stuff like this. She has the big, like, full page stickers. So I get hers to decorate stuff like this. And I absolutely love it. This here was like a coloring sheet that I had printed out and cut down to size, but I also wanted it to match this. And then this is me layering washi tape around it as a border. But these stickers here, she has all kinds. I have one that has a polar bear with the North Pole that says Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I have one that has like a bear with all the little heart balloons. I have all kinds. But that's what I use those for. It's just something as kind of like a let's break up the the pages. So we put in something like those big full size ones. I did use a different store. It was called the Shelfie Chronicles, but they have since closed. And I hate that they closed. But I used to do stuff like that, the full size stickers. So I'm glad that I found the Perky's Papery, because she not only has the full time stickers, she has the functional stickers that you can use for planners, and she has stickers for journaling. So we love it. We love it. Then the plan to plan, these are kind of like my everyday like tracking stickers. She has decorative ones for let's see. I think I used one in here, but she has ones that you can use for like weekly spreads. Um these stickers here, this is some of the peanut butter taco ones you will find. Not the washi tape, that's a different shop, but the stickers here, that is peanut butter taco. For the plan to plan, where is it? I think I used it for February. Yes. So like you can see like the little boxes here under the word February. Those would be for like weekly, like the vertical style planners. But you have different ones like that you can do, among other stickers. Functional, colorful. She has stickers that are for weekend. She has tracking stickers. She has budget stickers. You name it, she probably has it. And she is kind of the same along the lines of peanut butter taco. She's very colorful. This is the one that I was saying I have not bought from yet, but they do have a lot of cute themed stationery. So if you wanted a whole set of a certain color or type, or because she has gamer ones, there's baking ones, there's reading ones, all of them, there's like a theme, and they're very cute. For washi tapes and PE tapes, this would be considered a PE tape, but it's like a pre-cut sticker. This is Journal Say. That's the website, well, from one of which I get my stuff from. And then the washi tape store. That's where this one came from. Both of them are really good. I've ordered a couple of times from them. So check them out because they have all kinds of journaling supplies, stationery. They have stickers. They have washi. They have all kinds of stuff. Vanessa says, okay, bottled one batch of oat milk. Started batch 2 with the salt and honey this time. Made a pot of tea. Fed the cat twice. And grabbed some food, so now to eat. Yay, very productive in that sprint. You definitely made it count. Vanessa says, I'll be doing sprints at the top of the hour. So there's the YouTube link and the Twitch link. So you'll probably see me in the comments because I usually go there after here. Molly says, I did awesome. My Etsy cart is full of stuff I'll die without but can't afford. Oh my gosh. Did you buy a little bit of everything, Molly, to test it out? Huzzah, Molly. Molly says Unicorn Eclipse is totally cute, right? Different colors, different themes. They are absolutely adorable. Swank says, I gave up writing and started reading a new book, Critters and Crimes. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Who is that by? Sounds like a cozy mystery, right? It kind of does, doesn't it? YouTube stopped on me. Oh no. Hopefully you were able to fix it. Molly Dot, I chose So Many Beginnings. It's a retelling of Little Women, where the March family are Black, previously enslaved people. Oh, what an interesting take. I may have to look into that one. Swank says, Molly, yes, it is. It's the 10th book in the Magical Cozy Mystery Book Club series. They are the best. It has a talking cat. I'm in. I want to hear about this talking cat. Magical cozy. Well, there's one cat, but we're not gonna pay attention to it because we're not doing any more sprints. The magical cozy. Oh, I'm making a mess now. I want to read about a talking cat. The magical cozy. A mystery book club series. And it was called Critters and Crimes. That was the 10th book. Oh my gosh. All right. We'll save our progress just so we can make sure that we save our progress. Lindsay says, hope you like So Many Beginnings as I have it to read for Here Kid too. Ooh, very nice. Molly Dot, I enjoyed other YA books by the same author, Bethany C. Morrow. Bethany. I will have to check her out and see if my library has her. Thank you for the recommendation. The books are by Elizabeth Pantley. That's the Critters and Crimes, yes? Ooh, very nice, very nice. And Ren says, made it to 26%. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. And on that note, I think I'm going to end it here so that I can clean up my desk here and start my day. Remember that we have one more session of Morning Time Pirates, and then Kelly will be back on Monday morning. I'll still be here, but Kelly will be here as well. Don't forget that there are also Sunday morning sprints if you need more sprints. Vanessa is also sprinting, so go check out hers. And is there anything else? I can't think of anything else. There will be a video on my channel coming out tomorrow, probably about the same time that we are doing the Morning Time Pirate sprints. I will post the link tomorrow for that, provided that I can get it done today. Vanessa says, thanks so much for sprints, Alicia. See you in a bit. I will see you in a bit. And on that note, make sure that you have a good rest of your day, have a good rest of the week, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I will see you guys